championship. They look really great. Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring first from Scott Island, weighing tonight at 190 pounds. He is the first of his name. He is Criston.
So Criston making his Coastal Championship Wrestling debut. And from what I understand, Kevin, he is the fastest student to debut in an actual match here in CCW.
This just goes to show you how good the school is. For a young man to rise that quickly.
Wait a second. He's coming out here with a coastie. Of course, the CCW Awards this past Tuesday right here in the CCW Arena. Criston didn't win anything.
Nothing I know of, and I was there. This is very interesting.
Very interesting to see what goes on here. Did he go to the store and buy it?
It sure looks that way.
I would love to see the name engraved on that plaque, but nonetheless, Criston, who has had everything in his life handed to him, apparently including this coastie.
Well, he thinks he deserves it, obviously, but you deserve it by winning in the ring, not by just picking up a trophy.
Certainly a bit of an interesting character, and I'm very curious to see what happens when the bell rings, and that's somewhat of an advantage for him, that complete unknown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Criston, the first of my name, the shoe of the Gulf, the Atlantic, and the Straits, the warden of the coast, and the Lord of the Lost Territory. That includes you. Now, this last week, excuse me, I'm caught. This past week, CCW held their annual awards ceremony. Now, this award is for Rookie of the Year. But I can't lie for the children. I just can't. That's how you lie. This award, it isn't mine. It's still Garcia's. But he doesn't deserve this award. I do. Garcia. It's for all of you. I want you to watch. And his opponents, being accompanied to the ring by Eddie Valentine from West Palm Beach, Florida, weighing tonight within 82 pounds, the CCW Rookie of the Year, Joe Garcia.
So right now, Joe Garcia out here with Eddie Valentine, a little bit of a student-teacher dynamic here, Kevin. You talked about Eddie Valentine earlier, longtime veteran out of the Northeast, can certainly teach young Joe Garcia a thing or two.
We certainly can. And Joe deserves that Rookie of the Year, that's for sure. I've seen him wrestle out a half a dozen times. He gives opinion their money's worth, and he's going to be an up-and-comer for years to come.
And it seems like each and every time we see Joe Garcia in better and better shape, really refining his game. And now, out for a measure of revenge here. We thought this was essentially the debut of Criston against Joe Garcia, looking to pick up a win before the end of the year. But now there's a little bit at stake here.
There's more than a little bit at stake. It's bragging rights, right?
So we're off and running here, second bout of the evening. We still have 3 championships to be decided tonight. Stat card here tonight in Pompano. As Criston, who, again, we don't know a whole lot about him here, Kevin. This is a man we've seen him in practice here at CCW. We've seen him training, but overall, from bell to bell, really really no tape, no way to really understand what's to come.
Well, he's stepped in line with Joe. Joe is in, like you pointed out earlier, Joe is in unbelievable shape, and he wants, nice move.
Nice counter right there by Joe Garcia as he's looking for a bit of a crossface here. But Joe Garcia, you go back several months, Kevin, winning that Escape the Kumite Battle Royal right here inside the CCW Arena, really giving him a lot of confidence that he's rode that wave the last 4 months.
Yes, and here's the thing that impresses me about Joe. Joe takes a guy down, keeps him on the mat, but he's also a high flyer. He's got the best of both worlds going for him.
As Joe Garcia continues to attempt to add dimensions to his game, and you talked about some of his high-flying ability, he can really add some new dimensions as we're talking about. Here's a good combination, too. But Eddie Valentine really is going to be able to teach him some power and his ability to kind of show him some holds and different techniques inside that ring that some of which partially extinct.
I agree with you 1,000%. Here's the thing. When you have Eddie out there in your corner, he's going to be able to direct you to get out of holds, to put holds on.
And Joe Garcia, you can really see the intensity picking up in Young Pro. More than we're used to seeing. You have to believe that's all based around that Rookie of the Year trophy. Tries another pinning combination, but Criston's able to hang on. And Criston, only having been competing for a couple of minutes here, certainly does not necessarily look like this is his first matchup.
It certainly doesn't. Again, I know I've said this before. Coming out of Gangrel school, it gives everybody a heads up. Then you accomplish in 6 months what it takes most people 4 years out of the CCW school. And the great Gangrel helping you.
And as both of these stars looking to really break out, no pun intended here at Breakout 19, Naughty or Nice, looking to possibly put themselves in championship contention as we move to a new year, maybe that Southeastern title. And speaking of that Southeastern title, who answered tonight's Chamberlain challenge here at Naughty or Nice?
I'm really looking forward to that because, like I said, I can't give Alex.
Criston going for the pin.
I can't give Alex any more kudos than saying he reminds me of the great late Johnny Valentine.
And that's certainly championship worthy in its own right. And he was originally scheduled to take on Gio Steez, but Steez suffering injury over the last couple of weeks, bruised ribs from what I understand. He's going to take the rest of the year off. So Chamberlain with a wide open opponent tonight. And Joe Garcia trying to utilize that quickness. He's going to, as it goes right there for another pinning combination and came within a hair's breadth of the victory. And you can see Eddie Valentine very much approving of this offensive combination being pieced together by Joe. And Garcia might have risked it all right there, Kevin. And Criston was looking for an opening. Side Russian leg sweep by Joe Garcia, too. Unable to hook the leg, and Criston kicks out. As Joe Garcia looking for more and more confidence. And he's not going to gain it necessarily there. Slips on the rope, and it looks like Joe Garcia puts himself in a compromising position.
He drove his head into the mat. These high-risk moves, if you don't hit them, put yourself in a bad position.
And that's the exact type of strategy Eddie Valentine might look to implement for Joe Garcia to avoid in the future. But he's going to go right back to the well one more time. Joe Garcia nearly flies. There's a cover for Criston, and he steals it. Criston just stole the win.
Wow. I never thought that was going to happen.
A stunned silence falls over the CCW Arena. Young Joe Garcia goes for it all. Criston utilizes the momentum, is able to pick up the win in his first career matchup. And now Eddie Valentine, the coach here, none too pleased with the outcome.